Hello, Jordan. I'd like to purchase the vacant restaurant building you have for sale listed in Siloam Spring. My friend George's been calling you, been asking questions about this one. George reached out to me and said, Luke, you know who goes in this building. So I've been looking at it, I've been studying it. I've been looking at the traffic, the way customers have been coming through this area. There's a lot of customers at the McDonald's. McDonald's is like top 10 percentile McDonald's in the whole country. The KFC, again, top 10 percentile KFC. The customers, where they're coming from, where they're going before and after they go to those shops that are there, starts to paint a picture of who should be using this vacant restaurant you've got sitting there. And looking at that, looking at those customers and tracking them back, where they're coming and going to other shops, other markets, other side of town, and other regions before and after they go here. It says they know those brands. They like to go to those brands, but that brand is not here where they're usually shopping, where they're usually frequenting these shops, like the Dollar Tree in the background. And when I can see that in the data, I can target those customers. To me, the customers are the tenants that go into this building. Those customers to use this building. I have a background of using real estate data to do real estate deals. I started with desert squares and little nowhere cheap ones that I could buy and sell. And I could put up for sale. I could put them all over the internet, social media, and everywhere. I sold those properties every way I could, and especially sold them on owner financing. And eventually buying more properties to sell that way, I started getting into high traffic retail properties. I started getting these high traffic retail properties in areas where there's lots of customers out front, where they're driving by generally in slower speeds, and they're stopping at the shops like the McDonald's that you have here. Generally, when you can stand in the street and see a McDonald's, that's a high traffic retail kind of location. Those properties are worth more than the location that just a house goes on. And so I started getting into those properties, and I knew I could do more with them than just put a house in those properties. I couldn't figure them out. I couldn't get them sold. I could see the prices that they're selling at in the data sets. I have data coming out of my ears. I love studying data. I couldn't get those prices until I found tenants for those properties. And so I bought them, and I thought I could get those prices, but I couldn't. And I tried different brokers. I tried different presentations. I tried all kinds of angles. It wasn't until I started finding tenants for those properties that I could deliver those properties to before I started selling them in numbers that made sense, that hit the statistics that other people were selling these properties for. And then it started occurring to me, now I have tenants for these properties. I could go take other properties like this and give them to the same tenants. I could use the same paperwork. I could do the same deal. I could repeat the deal. So that's what I'm doing. You like to use my vacant land? There's a bunch of brands that like to use that shop. I would like to take it to them with the data and the owner financing to make it easy for them to take over the shop and make it happen. Turn it into their brand, increase their network of locations, and grow their business. So if you're open to an offer like that, please take a look at my offer that's along with this video and the proof of funds saying that I can pay for it. And feel free to look me up on the internet, or better yet, this is Arkansas. You can look me up in almost every county in Arkansas and see my name and my address and 20 plus different companies I've used over time through Arkansas properties. You can see property. I've traded 1,000 plus properties in Arkansas. Luke Smith, RealVacantLand.com. You can go on my website, you can see a lot of them there as well. Feel free to call me. My contact information is in the offer and on the website. And if you're interested in the data sets and putting the data together and studying the data and using data to do more real estate deals, please check out my little school community. There's a link in the description of this video. If you're interested in financing these kinds of deals, I'd love to hear from you. Please give me a call. My contact information is on RealVacantLand.com. And I've got a bunch of different high traffic retail properties in the pipeline that I've got the properties and or the building set up with the tenant, and they're somewhere along the way. I'll eventually sell them and take that money and go back and do more. But if you want to buy them along the way, that'd be much appreciated too. It'll allow me to do more offers like this, to use up more land, create more assets, and keep doing more deals going forward. I'd love to hear from you. Again, my contact information is on RealVacantLand.com. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.